President Trump's massive One Big Beautiful Bill just passed the Senate, promising huge tax cuts but slashing healthcare and food assistance for millions. How will this game changer affect your taxes, bills, and future? Stay tuned as Buck Breakdown unpacks what's coming for you in 2025. Welcome to Buck Breakdown, where we cut through the noise on America's economy. Today, we're diving into Trump's mega bill and how it hits your wallet. The One Big Beautiful Bill, a game changer. On July 1st, 2025, the Senate passed President Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill Act in a nail-biting 51-50 vote, with Vice President JD Vance breaking the tie. This 1,116-page monster overhauls taxes, healthcare, immigration, and energy, aiming to lock in Trump's 2017 tax cuts and boost border security. But it's not all rosy. It slashes Medicaid and food assistance, adding $3.3 trillion to the national debt over a decade, according to the Congressional Budget Office. Republicans call it a win for growth. Critics warn it's a blow to the vulnerable. Let's break down what's inside and what it means for you. Tax breaks. More money in your pocket? The heart of the bill is extending Trump's 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, keeping the top income tax rate at 37% for high earners. Households will see an average tax cut of $2,900 in 2026, says the Tax Policy Center. But here's the catch: the top 1%, those earning $663,000 or more, get the biggest slice, with after-tax incomes rising 2.3% annually through 2034. The poorest 10%? Their incomes could drop 3.9% due to cuts in safety net programs. New tax breaks include up to $25,000 deductions for tip wages and $12,500 for overtime pay through 2028. But these phase out for incomes above $150,000. Seniors get a $6,000 boost to their standard deduction through 2028, though it fades for incomes over $75,000 for individuals or $150,000 for couples. If you're buying a US-made car with a loan, you can deduct up to $10,000 in interest. But the bill's benefits skew heavily toward the wealthy, leaving many wondering if the middle class will feel the squeeze. Medicaid and SNAP cuts? Who's hurt most? The bill's most controversial move is slashing over $600 billion from Medicaid over a decade, potentially leaving 11 million people uninsured, according to the CBO. Rural hospitals could lose funding, with 360 at risk of closing. Low-income seniors on both Medicare and Medicaid might lose coverage for premiums, long-term care, or dental services. The Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, which helps 40 million Americans buy food, faces new work requirements and state cost sharing, potentially cutting benefits for families with kids over 14. Critics like Senator Chris Murphy call it catastrophic, saying it's a trade-off to fund tax cuts for billionaires. Republicans argue these changes cut waste and encourage self-reliance. But for low-income families, it could mean higher healthcare and food costs, hitting wallets hard in 2025 and beyond. Housing, EVs, and borders, what's changing? The bill also shakes up housing and energy. It lifts the state and local tax SALT deduction cap from $10,000 to $40,000 through 2029 for married couples earning up to $500,000, helping homeowners in high-tax states like California and New York. But it ends the $7,500 electric vehicle tax credit by September 2025. A blow to EV buyers and companies like Tesla, with Elon Musk calling it political suicide. Clean energy subsidies for wind, solar, and batteries are also axed, except for nuclear projects starting by 2028. On the flip side, the bill pumps $46.5 billion into Trump's border wall and $10 billion for broader border security. Every baby born from 2025 to 2028 gets a $1,000 Trump account invested in the stock market, a nod to long-term wealth building. But with the national debt climbing, these moves could raise interest rates by 0.14%, adding hundreds of billions in borrowing costs for consumers. Your money, your future. What's at stake? So, how does this hit you? If you're a high earner, expect bigger tax cuts and more take-home pay. Middle-class families might see modest tax relief, but cuts to Medicaid and SNAP could raise health care and food costs for millions. Homeowners in high-tax states get a break, but EV buyers and clean energy fans lose out. Rising interest rates could mean pricier mortgages, car loans, and credit card debt, potentially $551 billion more in federal interest costs over a decade. For small businesses, new deductions for research and factories are a plus, but higher debt could slow economic growth, with the CBO projecting just 0.5% annual growth. Plan now, budget for higher costs, explore tax deductions, and brace for a tighter safety net. The bill's final fate rests in the House, but its impact is already sparking heated debate. Trump's mega bill is a bold bet on tax cuts and border security, but its $3.3 trillion debt hike and deep cuts to Medicaid and SNAP could reshape America's economy for years. Will it spark growth or leave millions struggling? As the House gears up for a final vote, one thing's clear: your wallet will feel the impact. Stay informed to stay ahead. What do you think? Will Trump's mega bill boost your finances or hit you hard? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe to Buck Breakdown for weekly deep dives into the U.S. economy. Hit the bell to never miss an update, and share this video with friends to spark the debate.